let's look at how to use the scanning apps in order to scan a handout and then transfer it to Notability so that we can then type on top of it. So you can use a variety of different scanning apps. Genius Scan is the simplest and the cheapest, but they all should work very similarly. All right, and this is what my main page looks like. Any item that I scan is going to appear here on the left side under Documents. Let's go ahead and scan a new document. So in order to do that, you're going to tap on the little camera icon on the bottom left corner. Your iPad may ask if it's all right for it to use the camera. You can select yes. Then you want to stand up above your handout that you want scanned and wait for that orange rectangle to appear, and it automatically will take the photo for you, or will take the scan of your image for you. And this is what I'm left with now. So in the bottom corner here, I can edit my image. So I can rotate it so that it's the right direction. If I needed to crop any edges, if it did it incorrectly, I could go ahead and do that. Under Enhance, if you're finding that it's difficult to read the words, you may want to select None at the bottom, and then you might find a little bit of a clearer image. But I think black and white is working quite well for this. It's very clear. So I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and click Save. And I'm going to create a new document. All right, so here's my image. It's ready to go. Now, technically, I should be organizing the images on the left panel there, giving them titles and such, but I'm actually going to export them into Notability right now. I'm going to send them into Notability. I'm not going to be working on them from this app. So I don't need to change the titles right now. So in order to send it to Notability, you can see the box with the arrow pointing up on the bottom right corner of the screen. I'm going to tap on that. And you can see here it says Export to, and it's giving me a bunch of different options. Notability is not one of them. So we need to click on Other Apps. And here it's going to pop up this little thing on the bottom right corner. Now, if you don't see Notability here within your apps, you're going to select More, and then it's going to ask you to turn Notability on or off. So you're going to turn that on. But I've already got Notability written here, so I'm going to go ahead and select Notability. So I've now added it to Notability, and what I need to do now is go over to my Notability app. As soon as I open Notability, it's popping up to tell me I've asked it to import something. So here I'm going to create a new note, and there it goes, it's importing it, and I can select Open. This is my new note. It has ended up in Literacy. Let's just go back there. It's already in Literacy, which is great. If it was in the wrong section, I would just click Edit. I would select it, and I would drag it to where I needed it to go, but it's in the right section, so I'm selecting Done. So here I have my document, and it's been transferred here. The first thing I need to do is make sure I change the title. And now I can actually start working on this. So I'm going to start by writing my name. So you can double tap anywhere on the screen as long as your text tool is selected. So I'm going to double tap and start with my name. Now you can see I double tapped a little too high, so it's not exactly in the right spot or exactly where I would want it. So I'm going to actually just adjust this little box, and then I can move it around using those horizontal lines. So here you can see it's quite easy for me to fill in any information that my teacher is looking for. And then all we need to do is determine how to send it over to the teacher. So remember, you can do that with the box with the arrow pointing up. You can either email it, you can add it to your Google Drive, and adding it to your Google Drive will then allow you to add it into Google Classroom if you'd like. So that is how to use the scanning apps in conjunction with Notability in order to type on top of handouts.